Hold my flowers, when family drama blooms overnight. Hey there, flower enthusiasts and drama lovers. Ever had a bouquet blow up in your face? No, I'm not talking about some fancy florist trick gone wrong. I'm talking about the time I tried to do something nice for my sister and ended up in the middle of a thorny situation. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you sent someone flowers and accidentally set their marriage on fire? Well, buckle up, buttercups, because that's exactly what we're diving into today. When flowers turn into family drama. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the accidental homewrecker, coming at you live from the doghouse. Okay, not really, but after what went down, I might as well be sleeping in one. So picture this, your sister's feeling down, you decide to brighten her day with some flowers, and next thing you know, you're the star of your very own soap opera. Sounds crazy, right? Well, welcome to my world. Today, we're diving deep into the floral fiasco that had my sister's husband seeing red, and not because of the roses. We're asking the big question. Am I wrong here for sending my sister flowers anonymously and making her husband upset? Get ready, folks. This story's got more twists than a balloon animal at a kid's birthday party. So grab your popcorn, maybe some tissues, and let's get this show on the road. The floral fiasco, a brother's good intentions. All right, let's rewind a bit. There I was 37 years young, just living my best life. My sister, let's call her Flower Power Patty. She's 35, and we've always been tighter than a new pair of skinny jeans. We're talking daily chats, inside jokes, the whole shebang. So one day we're on the phone, and I can tell something's up. Patty's voice is shakier than a chihuahua in a snowstorm. She's talking about feeling overwhelmed, depressed, the works. And let me tell you, hearing your little sister hold back tears, that's enough to make a grown man consider taking up knitting just to make her a comfort blanket. Now, being the amazing brother that I am, and yes, I've got the world's okayest brother mug to prove it, I decided to do something nice. I thought, flowers. Everyone loves flowers. Little did I know, I was about to plant the seeds of chaos. So, I ring up this local florist, right? I'm talking to this sweet old lady who probably has more years of flower arranging experience than I've been alive. I place an order for a bouquet that would make Mother Nature herself jealous. The note. Oh, the note. 3 little words that would launch 1,000 ships of marital discord. Thinking of you. Shakespeare, eat your heart out. I had them delivered to Patty's workplace, thinking, hey, nothing brightens up a dreary office like some surprise petals, right? Oh, sweet, naive past me. If only you knew the storm that was brewing. The husband's meltdown, jealousy in full bloom. Now enter stage left, brother-in-law Bob, not his real name, but let's be honest, he's totally a Bob. Bob, it turns out, is not a fan of surprise flowers. Who knew? So, Patty gets the flowers, and she's over the moon. She calls Bob, thinking he's gone all Romeo on her. But Bob's more confused than a cat in a dog park. He didn't send any flowers. And that's when the pollen really hit the fan. Bob, bless his paranoid heart, jumps to the only logical conclusion. His wife must be having an affair. Because obviously, the only people who send flowers are secret lovers, and well, me. But he doesn't know that last part yet. The florist's dilemma, caught in the crossfire. Meanwhile, back at the flower shop, it's chaos. Bob's been calling nonstop, demanding to know who sent his wife flowers. He's more persistent than a telemarketer on commission day. The poor florist is caught between a rock and a hard place. On one hand, they've got Bob the bulldozer threatening to tear down their shop petal by petal. On the other, they've got this ironclad policy about not revealing sender information. It's like being stuck between the rock and a thorny place. Finally, they crack. They call me up, probably expecting to reach some smooth-talking Casanova. Instead, they get me, mid-bite into a peanut butter sandwich. Sir, they say, we've got a situation blooming here. Mind if we spill the beans to the angry husband? The aftermath, wilting relationships and thorny accusations. So, the truth comes out. But does it make things better? Oh, honey, no. It's like throwing water on a grease fire. It just makes everything worse. Patty's more depressed than ever. She and Bob are fighting like cats and dogs. If cats and dogs could send passive-aggressive text messages. And me? I'm stuck in the middle, wondering if I can return that world's okayest brother mug for a world's biggest screw-up one. My friends are having a field day with this. They're all, dude, you should have signed the card. Yeah, thanks Captain Hindsight. Where were you when I was channeling my inner secret admirer? The big question, anonymous kindness or named generosity. So here we are, knee-deep in petals and drama. The million-dollar question, am I wrong here? Should I have signed the card and avoided this whole soap opera? Or is Bob to blame for going full Sherlock Holmes on an innocent bouquet? On one hand, I was just trying to do something nice for my sister, anonymously, because nothing says I care like guess who, right? On the other hand, maybe a heads up wouldn't have hurt. Hey Bob, just sent your wife some flowers. No need to go all CSI, floral unit on the poor florist. But here's the kicker. Should we really have to explain every nice gesture? Is a world where we can't send anonymous flowers without triggering a marital crisis really a world we want to live in? The verdict, flowers, drama, and a call for calm. All right, folks, let's wrap this bouquet of chaos up. We've been through quite the roller coaster here, haven't we? From well-intentioned brother to accidental homewrecker in 60 seconds flat. If there was an Olympic event for causing drama, I'd be taking home the gold. But seriously, what have we learned here? First off, communication is key. In relationships, in families, and apparently, in flower delivery. Who knew? Secondly, maybe, just maybe, we should all take a deep breath before jumping to conclusions. I mean, come on, Bob. Secret admirer or thoughtful brother. One of these is way more likely than the other. Unless you're living in a telenovela, in which case, carry on. Lastly, and I can't stress this enough, when in doubt, send a fruit basket. Nobody ever suspected an affair over a bunch of bananas. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been caught in the crossfire of a good deed gone wrong? Or maybe you've got your own "am I wrong here" story. Drop those tales in the comments below. Let's turn this garden of drama into a community of laughter. And hey, if you enjoyed this floral fiasco, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You never know when I might accidentally cause an international incident with a well-meaning postcard. Until next time, keep your flowers close and your receipts closer. This is your favorite accidental drama starter, signing off.
Ever sent your boss a musical cry for help? Picture this. You're sitting at your desk, feeling pretty good about yourself. You've just sent an important file to your boss. You're basically employee of the month material, right? Wrong. So wrong. What if I told you that instead of sending just that file, I accidentally shared my deepest, most melodramatic playlist with my boss? A playlist literally called Crying in the Shower. Yeah, that happened. To me. Today. Hi there. I'm the idiot who just digitally ugly cried all over my boss's inbox. Buckle up, folks. This is the story of how Spotify and my complete lack of attention to detail teamed up to ruin my day, and possibly my entire career. When Spotify meets email, a tale of workplace woes. So who am I? Just your average office worker, trying to climb that corporate ladder while apparently sobbing hysterically in my shower. At least that's what my boss probably thinks now. It was a Monday, because of course it was. The universe wouldn't dare let this level of embarrassment happen on a Friday when I could hide in shame all weekend. No, it had to be a Monday with a full week of awkward encounters ahead of me. Let me paint you a picture of the email that changed everything. It was supposed to be simple. Attach file, send file, be a competent adult. Somehow, I managed to fail spectacularly at all three. Now you might be wondering, why should I care about your digital disaster? Well, my friends, because it could happen to you. That's right. In this age of constant connectivity and multitasking, we're all just one click away from our own crying in the shower moment. So consider this a cautionary tale, a how not to guide, if you will. The epic email fail, a step-by-step breakdown. Setting the scene, just another Monday morning. Picture a typical office, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead, the distant hum of the copy machine, and the faint aroma of burnt coffee wafting from the break room. That's where our story begins. I stroll in, coffee in hand, ready to tackle the day. Little did I know the day was about to tackle me instead. The fateful click when Spotify attacks. So there I am, typing away, feeling all professional. I'm about to send my boss the quarterly report she's been hounding me for. I've got my email open, the file attached, and I'm just about to hit send when Spotify decides to have an existential crisis on my screen. A notification pops up, probably reminding me that I've listened to All by Myself 47 times this week. Thanks, Spotify. Real helpful. In my haste to clear my screen and my conscience, I clicked to dismiss the notification. Or so I thought. The oblivious send-off Confidence of the clueless. With the Spotify notification banished, or so I believed, I turn my attention back to the email. I give it one last glance. Looks good, I think to myself, blissfully unaware of the digital bomb I'm about to drop. I hit send with the confidence of someone who definitely didn't just attach their most embarrassing playlist to an important work email. The whoosh of the sent mail is like a sweet symphony to my ears. Job well done, I think, leaning back in my chair. Time for a victory sip of coffee. The plot twist. Boss's cryptic response. 15 minutes pass. My inbox pings. It's from the boss. My heart does a little victory dance. She must be impressed by my prompt report delivery, right? I open the email, ready to bask in the glow of her praise. Instead, I'm greeted with this. Thanks for the file. Hope you're okay. Hope I'm okay? Of course I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be okay? I'm a competent adult who just sent a very important, very professional email. Right? Right? The moment of horror, discovering the playlist attachment. With a growing sense of dread, I open my sent items. And there it is, the email, the report, and right next to it, an attachment I definitely don't remember adding. Crying in the shower. Playlist. Oh no. Oh no. Analyzing the damage, Crying in the Shower goes corporate. Let's break down this playlist, shall we? Because if I'm going down, I'm taking you all with me. Track 1, All by Myself, Celine Dion. Track 2, Everybody Hurts, REM. Track 3, Someone Like You, Adele. Track 4, Fix You, Coldplay. Track 5, Tears in Heaven, Eric Clapton. And it just gets more depressing from there. It's basically the soundtrack to a rom-com breakup montage. Except instead of a movie, it's my life. And instead of a sympathetic audience, it's my boss. The aftermath. Imagining my boss's reaction. So now, not only does my boss have an intimate knowledge of my shower crying habits, but she also probably thinks I'm going through some sort of major life crisis. Is she sitting there, wondering if I'm okay? Is she debating whether to call HR? Is she creating a playlist called Songs to Fire Someone To? The possibilities are endless, and none of them are good. The aftermath. Laughter, lessons, and a call to share your embarrassing moments. So there you have it, folks, the tale of how I accidentally turned a simple work email into a cry for help. A masterclass in how not to use technology in the workplace. Let's recap, shall we? In the span of about 20 minutes, I failed to properly close a Spotify notification, accidentally attached my most embarrassing playlist to a work email, sent said email to my boss, potentially convinced my entire workplace that I'm having an emotional breakdown. If there's one lesson to take away from this debacle, it's this. Always, always, always double-check your attachments before hitting send. I cannot stress this enough. Your future employment may depend on it. But you know what? Beyond the sheer mortification, there's something kind of beautiful about moments like these. They remind us that we're all human, we all make mistakes, we all have playlists we'd rather keep private, and sometimes those playlists accidentally end up in our boss's inbox. So, I encourage you to embrace the awkward moments. Laugh at yourself. Share your stories. Because let's face it, we've all been there. Maybe not accidentally sent my boss a playlist called Crying in the Shower there, but somewhere in the same embarrassing ballpark. Speaking of sharing stories, I want to hear yours. Drop a comment below with your most cringeworthy work moment. Let's create a symphony of secondhand embarrassment together. And hey, if you enjoyed this tale of woe, why not subscribe to the channel? I can't promise I'll keep humiliating myself, though let's be real, I probably will, but I can promise more stories that'll make you feel better about your own life choices. Remember, folks, check those attachments, keep your playlists private, and if all else fails, just blame it on Mercury retrograde. This is your girl, signing off. I'm gonna go hide under my desk now. Peace out.
Have you ever turned a work party into a medieval quest? Hey there, fellow YouTube adventurers. Buckle up, because I'm about to take you on a wild ride that'll make you think twice about mixing tequila and texting. Have you ever sent a message so cringeworthy that you wished you could travel back in time and snatch your phone away? Well, let me tell you, I've set a new bar for embarrassing texts, and it involves a work party, an open bar, and medieval castles? You're probably wondering, how bad can drunk texting really get? Oh, my sweet summer child, allow me to enlighten you. Picture this, your boss, a gif of a knight, and a new office nickname that'll make you want to hide under your desk for eternity. Intrigued? Just wait until you hear how I became known as Sir Party-A-Lot in the corporate kingdom, when tequila texts and medieval fantasies collide. Alright, let's set the stage for this comedy of errors. I'm your average office worker by day, but last Friday night, I transformed into a knight in shining embarrassment. It all went down at our company's annual holiday party, an event that was supposed to be a fun, festive gathering. Little did I know, it would turn into the most hilariously mortifying night of my professional life. Now, before we dive into the juicy details, let me paint you a picture of how your humble narrator went from a respectable employee to the office jester known as Sir Party-A-Lot. Trust me, it's a tale for the ages, or at least for the water cooler gossip mill. The epic saga of Sir Party-A-Lot. Setting the scene, a holiday party to remember. Picture this, it's Friday night, and our company has gone all out for the holiday bash. We're talking fancy venue, an open bar, red flag number one, and a DJ who seemed to have a personal vendetta against silence. The vibe was electric, my friends. Co-workers were laughing, drinks were flowing, and inhibitions were lowering faster than our company's stock after a bad quarter. There I was, feeling fly in my semi-formal attire, ready to let loose after a year of TPS reports and endless Zoom meetings. The first hour was great. I was mingling, laughing at the boss's dad jokes, and generally being a model employee. Then, I made the fatal error that would change the course of my office reputation forever. I sidled up to the bar and uttered those 5 dangerous words. I'll have a tequila shot. The tequila-fueled text adventure. Fast forward to midnight. I'm 3 sheets to the wind, deep in an existential conversation about the supreme importance of nachos with Dave from accounting. Suddenly, my phone buzzes. It's a text from my boss, thanking everyone for coming and reminding us to party responsibly. Now, sober me would have simply liked the message and called it a night. But tequila soaked me? Oh, he had other plans. With the confidence of 1,000 PowerPoint presentations, I fired back. LOL, don't worry, boss. I'm responsibly getting lit AF. But wait, there's more. Apparently, that wasn't enough for my margarita-marinated brain. I just had to send a follow-up. You're honestly the best boss ever. Like, I'd totally storm a medieval castle for you. At this point, any reasonable person would have put down the phone and crawled under a table. But not me, oh no. I decided to go full Renaissance fair in a corporate text thread. I sent a gif of a knight bowing, complete with a my liege caption. Yes, you heard that right. I knighted myself in the service of middle management. From medieval knight to office legend. As I woke up the next morning, head pounding like a battering ram on a castle door, the memories came flooding back. I reached for my phone, praying it was all a tequila-induced nightmare. But there they were, the texts in all their cringeworthy glory. And below them, 3 dots. The dreaded typing indicator from my boss. Her response was brief, but it sent chills down my spine.
Glad you're having fun. Let's discuss this on Monday.
5 words that launched 1,000 anxiety attacks. I spent the entire weekend spiraling, imagining every possible scenario from being fired to being forced to wear a jester's hat to all future meetings. The dreaded Monday morning meeting. Monday rolled around, and I slunk into the office like a medieval thief facing the stocks. Every laugh, every whisper felt like it was directed at me. When the summons to my boss's office came, I half expected to hear trumpets announcing my doom. I entered her office, ready to fall on my sword. About those texts, I began, but she held up a hand to stop me. And then, to my utter shock, she started laughing. Turns out, she found the whole thing hilarious.
I've been called many things,
She said, wiping tears from her eyes.
but never a medieval liege lord.
Relief washed over me like a tidal wave. I wasn't fired. But remember, folks, every silver lining has a cloud. As I left her office, I heard snickers from my co-workers. Word had spread faster than plague in a medieval village. From that day forward, I was known throughout the office as Sir Party-A-Lot. Lessons learned, surviving a work party faux pas. So, what pearls of wisdom did I gain from this epic fail? First and foremost, tequila is not your friend at work events. Stick to water, or if you must, nurse one beer all night like it's the Holy Grail. Secondly, always double-check who you're texting. Maybe even triple-check. Heck, have a friend verify before you hit send on any post-midnight messages. Lastly, if you do screw up, and let's face it, we're all human, own it with humor. My willingness to laugh at myself actually improved my relationships at work. Who knew that becoming the office joke could make you more popular? The aftermath, from from Sir Party-A-Lot to lesson learned. And there you have it, folks. The wild ride of how I went from ordinary office drone to Sir Party-A-Lot, first of his name, survivor of the great text debacle, Knight of the Order of the Open Bar. It's been a journey of epic proportions, filled with more cringe than a middle school dance and more laughs than I ever expected. Let's recap the valuable lessons we've learned on this quest. Tequila and work events go together like ice cream and ketchup just don't. Your phone is not a medieval messenger pigeon. Check before you send. Humor is your shield and sword when facing office embarrassment. Remember, while it's great to let loose and have fun with your coworkers, maybe leave the castle storming and night gifts for your D&D group chat. Trust me, your future self will thank you when you're not spending your weekend in a cold sweat, wondering if you'll still have a job on Monday. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had an embarrassing moment at work that turned into a funny story? Did you ever send a text you immediately regretted? Share your cringeworthy tales in the comments below. Let's turn this comment section into a support group for professional faux pas survivors. And hey, if you enjoyed this epic saga of workplace woe, don't forget to like and subscribe. Who knows, maybe next time I'll tell you about the time I accidentally set the break room microwave on fire, trying to heat up my medieval turkey leg leftovers. Until then, this is Sir Party-A-Lot, signing off and staying far, far away from the tequila. Cheers, and may your work parties be ever in your favor.
A birthday party gone horribly wrong. Picture this, you're at a family birthday party surrounded by loved ones, the air filled with laughter and the smell of delicious food. Sounds great, right? Well, buckle up, folks, because this shindig is about to take a turn into Crazyville. Population, my sister-in-law. I'm talking pregnancy reveals, secret schemes, and a plate of shrimp that could have killed me faster than you can say family drama. Oh, and did I mention jealousy so green it could make the Hulk look pale? Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this wild ride. Pregnancy, family drama, and a plate of shrimp, a modern-day saga. All right, let's set the stage for this comedy of errors, shall we? I'm your friendly neighborhood YouTube storyteller, and boy, do I have a tale for you. It all started when my husband, Harry, and I decided to spill the beans about our little bun in the oven. Cue the confetti and happy tears, right? Well, not quite. Enter the villain of our story, Kayla, my dear sister-in-law. Now, Kayla and I have never been what you'd call besties. In fact, our relationship has been about as smooth as a cactus in a balloon factory. But hey, family's family, right? So there we were, hearts full of joy, ready to share our big news at Harry's birthday party. Little did we know, Kayla had cooked up a scheme more twisted than a pretzel in a tornado. And let me tell you, what happened next was nothing short of a birthday party from hell. The pregnancy announcement that sparked a family feud. Setting the stage. A happy couple's big news. So there it was, Harry and I, grinning like a pair of Cheshire cats, bursting to share our secret. We'd been trying for a baby for what felt like forever, and finally those two little lines appeared on the pregnancy test. I swear, I could have done a backflip if I wasn't, carrying precious cargo. We decided to announce it at Harry's birthday bash. Kill two birds with one stone, right? Plus, who doesn't love a good surprise at a party? Oh, if only we knew what kind of surprise was in store for us. Enter the villain, Kayla's unexpected change of heart. Now let me give you the 411 on Kayla. This woman has been a thorn in my side since day one. She's the type who'd steal your umbrella in a rainstorm and then complain about getting wet. But when we broke the baby news, she did a 180 so fast I thought she'd get whiplash. Suddenly, she's all smiles and congrats, talking about being the best aunt ever. She even offered to help with the party preparations. I was shocked, y'all. I mean, who was this pod person and what had she done with the real Kayla? But as my grandma used to say, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And boy, was she right on the money. The birthday party from hell, shrimp, allergies, and chaos. Fast forward to the big day. The party's in full swing. Harry's blowing out candles, and I'm feeling on top of the world. That is, until Kayla swoops in with a plate of food that looked innocent enough.
I made this especially for you,
She says, sweet as pie. Now here's where things get wild. I'm allergic to shrimp. Like deathly allergic. We're talking swollen like a balloon, can't breathe, where's my EpiPen allergic? And guess what was hidden in that special dish? Yep, you guessed it. Shrimp. more shrimp than a seafood buffet in New Orleans. I take one bite and immediately, I know something's wrong. My throat starts closing up faster than a New York minute. I'm gasping for air, people are panicking, and in the middle of it all, there's Kayla, looking about as innocent as a cat in a room full of shredded curtains. Plot twist: Jamie's unexpected role in exposing the truth. But wait, folks, the plot thickens. Enter Jamie, Kayla's husband, and the unexpected hero of our story. While I'm being rushed to the hospital, faster than you can say anaphylactic shock, Jamie decides to be a good husband and finish the plate Kayla made for me. Oh, sweet karma, you beautiful thing, you. Turns out Jamie gets violently ill. We're talking exorcist-level stuff here, people. And in his feverish state, he starts babbling about Kayla and her diabolical plan. It's like a scene from a bad soap opera, only it's happening in real life and I'm the unlucky star. Justice served. Kayla's downfall and legal consequences. Now here's where it gets good. Kayla's little shrimp surprise? Totally intentional. Yep, you heard that right. She deliberately tried to poison me, her pregnant sister-in-law, at her own brother's birthday party. Talk about family values. The cops get involved faster than you can say, "Book 'em, Dano." Kayla's carted off in handcuffs, probably wondering where her master plan went wrong. Meanwhile, I'm in the hospital, looking like I went 10 rounds with the beehive and won. But hey, at least I got out of doing the dishes, right? Family first. Moving forward and healing. So there we were, Harry and I, shell-shocked, pun totally intended, but alive. We had a choice to make. Let this drama tear us apart, or use it to bring us closer together. We chose the latter. We decided to focus on what really mattered, our growing family. Harry was my rock through it all, proving that love really can conquer all, even psycho sisters with a seafood vendetta. As for Kayla, well, let's just say orange is her new black. She's got plenty of time to think about her actions, and maybe take up a new hobby. Origami, perhaps? I hear it's less dangerous than cooking. The sweet taste of justice and family love. And there you have it, folks. A birthday party that went from celebration to near fatality faster than you can say EpiPen. But you know what? In a weird way, I'm grateful for the whole fiasco. It showed us who our true family is. The ones who stand by you, even when the shrimp hits the fan. Kayla may have tried to take me down, but karma came back to bite her harder than a hungry shark. Meanwhile, Harry, our little bundle of joy, and I are living our best lives, surrounded by the love and support of our real family. So, what's the moral of this twisted tale? Always ask what's in the food at family gatherings? Maybe. But more importantly, it's that true family isn't always about blood. Sometimes it's about who's willing to call the ambulance when you're turning blue. If you enjoyed this roller coaster of family drama, hit that subscribe button faster than Kayla hit the ground when the cops showed up. Trust me, you won't want to miss our next video where we dive into the time my cousin tried to crash our wedding with a llama. Yeah, you heard that right. A llama. It's gonna be wild. Until next time, keep your friends close, your family closer, and your EpiPen closest of all. Peace out, YouTube fam.
Family drama or teenage nightmare? You decide. Hey there, YouTube fam. Buckle up, because today we're diving into a family drama so wild, it'll make your own relatives look like the Brady Bunch. Picture this, a simple lock on a door sparking a family feud that would make the Hatfields and McCoys say, "Whoa, calm down." You see, I'm caught in the middle of a privacy showdown that's got everyone from my wife to my brother-in-law up in arms. And at the center of it all, my teenage daughter and her cousins, duking it out over makeup and personal space. So, I've got a question for you. Are you Team Lock, ready to defend personal boundaries like Fort Knox? Or are you Team No Boundaries, where mi casa es su casa takes on a whole new meaning? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be the judge in the wildest case of "Am I Wrong Here?" you've ever seen. Family Drama 101, when privacy becomes a battleground. Alright, let's set the stage for this comedy of errors. I'm your humble narrator, a dad just trying to keep the peace in a house that's suddenly become more crowded than a clown car. First up, we've got my brother-in-law, Sammy. Poor guy lost his home in a divorce and moved in with us, bringing along his twin daughters, Olivia and Sloane, both 18. Then there's my wife, let's call her the peacekeeper. Spoiler alert, she's not great at her job. And finally, the star of our show, my 16-year-old daughter, Zoe. Now, Everything was relatively calm until the Great Makeup Massacre of 2023. Picture this. Zoe, after saving up for a month, finally buys herself a fancy $60 MAC makeup kit. It's her pride and joy, her ticket to YouTube tutorial stardom. But faster than you can say blend that contour, cousin Sloane gets her hands on it. And, well, let's just say abstract art has nothing on what happened to that makeup kit. Cue the waterworks, folks. Zoe's dreams of beauty influencer fame? Crushed like a dropped highlighter palette. So what's a dad to do? In a moment of what I thought was pure genius, spoiler, opinions vary, I went full Fort Knox and installed a lock on Zoe's door. Problem solved, right? Oh, how naive I was. Little did I know, I just lit the fuse on a family powder keg. Now we're all stuck in this sitcom-worthy standoff, and I'm left wondering, did I just make the biggest parenting faux pas since someone decided mullets were a good idea for kids? Stay tuned, folks, because we're about to unpack this mess faster than Zoe can say, "Dad, you're embarrassing me." The Great Family Privacy War, locks, socks, and shocking revelations, a family sitcom gone wrong. Alright, YouTube sleuths, let's break down our cast of characters in this family drama that's more tangled than earbuds left in a pocket. First up, we've got me, your narrator, the dad who thought he was being clever. Spoiler alert, the jury's still out on that one. Then there's my wife, the diplomat of the family. She's trying to keep the peace, but let's just say her peacekeeping skills are about as effective as using a fork to eat soup. Enter Sammy, my brother-in-law. Picture a guy who's gone through a divorce and lost his home. Now he's living with us, probably wondering if he accidentally stepped into a reality TV show. Olivia and Sloane, the 18-year-old twin treasures. They're navigating life post-divorce, which apparently involves a lot of borrowing from their younger cousin. And finally, the eye of the storm, my 16-year-old daughter Zoe. She's just trying to live her best life, one overpriced makeup kit at a time. The Makeup Massacre, when $60 turns into teenage trauma. Picture this. Zoe, eyes shining brighter than a highlighter palette, finally saves up enough to buy the holy grail of makeup, a $60 MAC kit. This isn't just makeup, folks. It's her ticket to TikTok fame, her passport to Instagram influencer status. But faster than you can say blend that eyeshadow, disaster strikes. Sloane, in a moment of what I can only assume was temporary insanity, decides to channel her inner Picasso using Zoe's prized possession as her canvas. The result, a makeup massacre that would make even the most seasoned beauty gurus weep. Zoe finds her beloved kit looking like it went 10 rounds with a paint mixer. Cue the teenage meltdown of epic proportions. Now my wife and Sammy are all, it's just makeup, girls will be girls. But let me tell you, the look on Zoe's face? It was like someone told her TikTok was shutting down permanently. This wasn't just about makeup. This was about respect, privacy, and the unspoken code of teenage girls that apparently I, as a dad, am too old to understand. Lock and load, Dad's controversial solution. So there I was, watching my daughter smuggle her belongings out of the house like she was in some kind of teenage spy movie. That's when it hit me. What this situation needed was a good old-fashioned lock. Now, I'm not talking about some flimsy dollar store lock. Oh no, I went full Home Alone on this one. I installed a lock that would make Kevin McAllister proud. In my mind, I was solving the problem. Zoe gets her privacy, the twins learn about boundaries, and I get to feel like Dad of the Year. Boy, was I in for a surprise. The moment that lock clicked into place, you'd think I'd just announced the cancellation of Christmas. Sammy and the twins looked at that lock like it was a personal insult to their entire existence. Sammy, in all his infinite wisdom, starts spouting off about how his daughters aren't thieves and how it's normal for girls to borrow each other's stuff. Apparently, in his world, borrowing means take without asking and return in a condition that would make abstract artists jealous. And don't even get me started on his Walmart makeup comment. Sorry, Sammy, but I don't think Zoe's dreams of beauty influencer stardom involve discount eyeshadow. The fallout, silent treatment, and simmering tension. So here we are, living in a house where the tension is thicker than that expired foundation at the bottom of a makeup bag. The silent treatment is in full effect, folks. I haven't heard this much silence since I asked my teenage nieces to help with the dishes. My wife, she's giving me looks that could curdle milk. Apparently, by putting a lock on Zoe's door, I've single-handedly destroyed any chance of family bonding. Because nothing says quality time like rifling through your cousin's belongings, right? Sammy and the twins are acting like I've committed some cardinal sin against the sacred bonds of family. The irony of them feeling locked out while living in my house is not lost on me, let me tell you. And Zoe, well, she's alternating between feeling vindicated and feeling like she's at the center of World War III, Family Edition. The poor kid just wanted to keep her makeup intact, and now she's caught in a family feud that makes the Montags and Capulets look like best buddies. Plot twist, is Dad the hero or the villain? So here's where you come in, my dear viewers. Am I the hero in this story, valiantly defending my daughter's right to have her own Sephora-worthy sanctuary? Or am I the villain, the big bad wolf huffing and puffing and blowing down the house of family harmony? On one hand, I'm standing up for Zoe's right to have her own space and keep her hard-earned possessions safe. Isn't that what good dads do? Protect their kids and teach them about boundaries? But on the other hand, have I gone too far? Have I turned our home into a militarized zone over some eyeshadow and lip gloss? Am I the bad guy for making Sammy and his daughters feel unwelcome in a house that's supposed to be their safe haven? And let's not forget my wife, caught in the middle of this makeup-stained mess. Am I making her choose between her brother and her husband? Between family loyalty and parental responsibility? The plot thickens, my friends. And just like a YouTube beauty tutorial gone wrong, I'm not sure how to fix this mess. The aftermath. Was I the real villain in this family drama? Alright, YouTube jury, it's time to sum up this family fiasco. We've got a lock, a ruined makeup kit, silent treatments galore, and enough family tension to fuel a dozen soap operas. So what's the verdict? Am I wrong here for turning my daughter's room into Fort Knox? Or am I just a dad trying to navigate the treacherous waters of blended families and teenage drama? Here's my take. I stand by my decision to protect Zoe's privacy and possessions. But maybe, just maybe, I could have handled it with a bit more finesse. Perhaps a family meeting instead of a deadbolt? A conversation about boundaries instead of a unilateral decision? But hey, I'm just a dad trying to do his best in a situation that's more complicated than a 12-step Korean skincare routine. And let's be real, parenting doesn't come with an instruction manual, though sometimes I really wish it did. So, what do you think? Was I right to stand my ground, or should I unlock that door and kiss and make up with the family? Drop your verdicts in the comments below. And hey, if you've enjoyed this roller coaster of family drama, why not join our Am I Wrong Here community? Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and stay tuned for more real-life dilemmas that'll make you grateful for your own family's brand of crazy. Remember, folks, family is like makeup. It might get messy sometimes, but with the right tools and a lot of blending, you can usually make it work. Until next time, keep it real, keep it fun, and maybe invest in a good makeup organizer. It might just save your family.
When democracy backfires, a tale of rage and regret. Picture this. You've dedicated years of your life to an organization, pouring your heart and soul into making it better. You're running for president, confident in your experience and passion. The votes are tallied and you lose by 1 vote. But wait, there's more. It turns out some votes weren't counted, and they were all for you. What do? Well, if you're me, you rage quit like a boss. Hey there, fellow democracy enthusiasts and drama lovers. Buckle up, because you're about to witness the roller coaster ride of my life. It's a tale of triumph, betrayal, and the ultimate rage quit that would make even the saltiest gamer proud. I'm your host, a 28-year-old volunteer extraordinaire, and today I'm here to answer the burning question. Am I wrong here for rage quitting after I lost an election? Spoiler alert, it's complicated. Let me paint you a picture. For years, I've been the backbone of this volunteer organization. I'm talking hundreds of hours, blood, sweat, and tears. I've held more leadership positions than I can count on one hand. Heck, I practically lived and breathed this organization. So, when election time rolled around, I thought, hey, why not go for the big kahuna? President, here I come! Little did I know, I was about to star in my own political thriller, complete with plot twists that would make House of Cards look like a children's show. Now, let me brag for a hot second. Thanks to the hard work of yours truly and a few other dedicated souls, our organization went from meh to magnificent. We're talking a complete 180, folks. We became so awesome that new members were flocking to us like seagulls to a dropped ice cream cone. These newbies, they had no idea how bad things used to be. To them, our organization was always this perfect, well-oiled machine. Little did they know about the blood, sweat, and tears we'd shed behind the scenes. Enter Alex, stage left. Picture this. A fresh-faced newcomer, barely wet behind the ears, decides to throw their hat into the presidential ring. We're talking someone who'd been with us for a whopping few weeks. Weeks. I had socks older than Alex's membership. But here's the kicker. Alex had a posse, a whole squad of equally new members who thought Alex hung the moon. It was like watching a high school popularity contest unfold before my eyes. Election night arrives. The tension is thicker than my grandma's pea soup. Votes are counted and, drumroll please, I lost by 1 vote. 1 measly vote. I was this close to victory, I could taste it. But nope, Alex and their merry band of newbies had clinched it. And get this, the rest of the elected officials? All new members, all part of Alex's squad. It was like watching the cast of Mean Girls take over student council. But wait, there's more. Just when I thought the drama had peaked, we discovered that 9 to 10 votes hadn't been counted. And not just any votes, oh no. These were the votes of my ride or die crew, the other leadership folks who had been in the trenches with me. Apparently, every single one of them had voted for me. It wasn't some sinister plot, just a good old-fashioned computer glitch. But still, talk about adding insult to injury. So there I was, licking my wounds when the pressure started. Suddenly, everyone and their dog wanted me to take on a lower leadership position. Why? To guide the newbies and make sure all our hard work didn't go down the drain. And that's when I decided to do what any mature, responsible adult would do. I rage quit. That's right, folks. I dropped all my leadership roles faster than a hot potato and declared I'd do absolutely nothing this year. Now, you'd think people would understand, right? Wrong. Suddenly I'm the bad guy. I've got people telling me I don't care about the organization, that I'll be responsible if it all falls apart. Talk about a slap in the face. So here I am, turning to you, my dear viewers, to answer the burning question, am I wrong here for rage quitting after this election fiasco? All right, let's recap this drama, shall we? We've got years of dedication and hard work, an election lost by 1 vote, missing votes that could have changed everything, a bunch of newbies taking over, me rage quitting like it's my job. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the verdict. Am I wrong here? Well, let's be real here. Maybe I'm not exactly Mother Teresa in this situation, but can you blame me? I mean, come on. It's like I built this beautiful sandcastle, and now I'm watching a bunch of kids with buckets run towards it at full speed. But hey, maybe I could have handled it with a bit more grace. Perhaps rage quitting wasn't the most mature response. But you know what? Sometimes you've got to look out for number 1, and if that makes me a dumb Karen, then slap that label on me and call it a day. Now, I can't be the only one with embarrassing rage quit stories. I once rage quit a game of Monopoly by flipping the board when my sister bought Boardwalk. Let's just say, we're still finding houses in odd places around the house. So come on, folks, share your own hilarious rage quit stories in the comments. Was it a video game? A board game? Or maybe you rage quit your job by dramatically walking out while Eye of the Tiger played on your phone? Let's hear it. And hey, if you enjoyed this roller coaster of election drama and want more Am I Wrong Here madness, smash that subscribe button like it owes you money. Trust me, I've got plenty more stories where this came from. Remember, folks, sometimes in life, you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you rage quit. It's all part of the beautiful, messy human experience. Until next time, keep it real, and may your rage quits be legendary.